Genesis, the hardcore legend Mick Foley makes his epic return to the ring. Plus, Rhino challenges Sting for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, and it's time for the rematch when Jeff Jarrett battles Kurt Angle.
But first, tonight on Impact, Jeff Jarrett's longtime friend BG James takes on Kurt Angle. Awesome Kong will be in action, and we open with the X Division tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, over the course of the past 4 weeks, we've narrowed the field from the original 8. Now it's time to determine who meets Chris Sabin at Genesis.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your TNA IMPACT opening contest, an X Division Championship Tournament semi-final match. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Chris Sabin, representing the Motor City Machine Guns from Detroit, Michigan, Alex Shelley.
From the very moment that the tournament brackets were announced, the Motor City Machine Guns so outspoken that they would both advance to the tournament finals. Chris Sabin, he held up his end of the bargain. Now we'll see if his partner, Alex Shelley, can back up his words.
Opponent from Nashville, Tennessee, Showtime, Eric Young.
And isn't it interesting that Eric Young, who was embroiled in the controversy with Sheikh Abdul Bashir and referee Shane Sewell over the X Division title, has now made it to the semifinals. In recent weeks, Eric has regained the confidence needed to once again become a champion.
Eric Young so close this time to realizing this dream. I mean, think about it. He's held that X Division title in his hands on 2 different occasions. Both times having that belt taken away from him. This time he's got to be feeling it. He's so close. And look at him slam Alex.
Here we go.
Dude.
Power slam leads to a near fall, and Eric Young almost pulled off the victory here in the opening minute of this X Division tournament semifinal match over Alex Shelley.
I mean, think about the Motor City Machine Guns. They've been promising that it was going to be Sabin and Shelley in the finals. And these guys, if they're not cocky enough already, think about what this will do to boost that cockiness.
Nice suplex into the bridge and a pinning predicament here and another near fall for EY. Boy, Eric Young really taking it to Alex Shelley in the early going. Hooked him, caught him, tripped him by the foot, but from outside, Chris Sabin, Shelley's Motor City Machine Guns partner, is able to pull Eric Young down off the apron. Keep your eyes on Shelley. He goes slingshot up to the apron. Oh, what a knee right into the chest, and Eric goes into the guardrail.
Tell you what, Chris Sabin set that whole thing in motion, and Eric Young's just going to have to realize that he's going to have to deal with him. Suicide dive by Shelley right on to Eric Young into the guardrail, and all that momentum that he started with has just been crushed.
Double impact with that suicide dive. Not only the shot to the chest of Eric Young, but at the same time you saw Eric go back first right into the guardrail.
I'll tell you one thing we have been impressed with, though, is the Motor City Machine Guns, and both these guys just, you know, they work so well together. It's just been such a long time since we've seen them solo like this, and I mean, they've just been an extension of the tag teams, too. Another quick pin attempt there. He goes right for him and puts the arms around the neck, but these guys are really looking impressive, Mike, you have to admit it.
Huge pay-per-view this Sunday, TNA's first of 2009. It's Genesis in Charlotte, North Carolina, and a huge impact tonight in HD as well. You will see Jeff Jarrett's longtime friend, BG James, go one-on-one against Kurt Angle, the Olympic gold medalist, and remember from 2 weeks ago, that sucker punch from Kurt Angle that decked BG.
Tell you, there's just no depths that Kurt Angle won't go to prove a point that he's trying to make, and right now the point's being proven by Alex Shelley, using dirty tactics themselves, but I'll tell you what, he's taken total control of this matchup, and now he's getting in the head of Eric Young. You can just see it. He's just doing anything he wants when he wants.
Also tonight, it will be Robert Roode representing Beer Money Incorporated versus Big Matt Morgan, the Blueprint, and we will hear from LAX, Homicide and Hernandez. Both of them have Feast or Fire title shots upcoming. Homicide has an X Division title shot in the bank, and Hernandez a World Heavyweight Championship match.
And let's not forget, Jay Lethal and Consequences Creed have a tag title shot also from Feast or Fire.
Off the top rope, knee drop misses, and look at Shelley try and take advantage. First caught him with a knee in the chest, then the kick to the back of the head. Gonna grab him around the head and go for the DDT, and he spiked him.
I'll tell you what, 1. This is it. 2. Whoa, Eric Young able to get out of it. It's just been total domination, and you can see the look on Alex Shelley's face right there as he sits in the middle of the mat. He's just been doing anything that he wants, but Eric Young still got life, and as long as you can hang on, you still got a shot.
Kick right into the midsection. Gonna go for sliced bread. Sets up in the corner instead. Reverse. Lands on his feet, does Shelley. Swing and a miss with the clothesline, but the super kick rocked Eric Young and sent him into the corner.
I'll tell you what, Eric Young just totally out of place. Look at this. Alex Shelley just flips away. Eric Young lands on the feet, and nice counter with the kick to Alex Shelley.
Who is going to advance in the X Division tournament? Who's going to win this semifinal match and go on to face Chris Sabin this Sunday? Outside in shoulder block. Watch EY slide through the legs and then go for the big scoop and land it. Mid-ring slam. Eric Young, he's going high risk.
Well, this is what he needed right here, and you can see, he can feel it. He was able to survive the onslaught by Alex Shelley and brings that elbow right down the chest. 1, 2, not enough as Alex Shelley got the shoulder up at the last split second.
Wow, referee Shane Sewell counts 2, but the shoulders of Shelley just get rolled. Eric waits, sets him up on his shoulders. Gonna go DVD, Death Valley driver instead. Shelley able to drop down, Sabin up on the apron to interfere, but both members of the Guns run together.
1, 2, Alex Shelley able to kick him off in time. Oh, Sabin with the referee not looking, just a vicious kick to the face. I don't know if he can overcome this. Here's that sliced bread. He hits it. Here we go. 1, 2. He's got it.
Here's your winner, Alex Shelley.
And as you can see, from the updated and the final bracket, Alex Shelley with the victory over Eric Young has advanced to the finals.
Well, we know one thing for sure. When we leave Genesis, one of the members of the Motor City Machine Guns is going to be the X Division champion. They predicted it, and now we know it's going to be Chris Sabin or Alex Shelley.
It's Mike Tenay and Don West at ringside, and ladies and gentlemen, we are headed to Charlotte, North Carolina for Genesis this Sunday, live exclusively on pay-per-view. But first, this is what we have for you tonight on Impact.
It's going to be the Tag Team Champions, Beer Money Incorporated's Robert Roode, taking on the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Plus, it's the TNA Knockout Champion, Awesome Kong in action.
Plus, Kurt Angle will be taking on the very close personal friend of the King of the Mountain, B.G. James.
And ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the former X Division champion, Sheikh Abdul Bashir, coming down the ramp, and no coincidence here that it's at the same time as referee Shane Sewell is headed up the ramp.
I mean, think about it. 2 weeks ago, it was suicide that probably saved Shane Sewell from getting fired. Shane Sewell, you've got to walk away from this. You cannot get involved. You know the consequences.
Oh, come on.
And Bashir just slaps him and goads him again.
It's so obvious what's going on here. Bashir is trying to get referee Shane Sewell fired, slapped him again in the face.
Oh, you can see Shane Sewell. Now Bashir's going crazy. He just won't let up. He's doing everything he can, and now look at the shots. One shot after another, and Bashir throws Shane Sewell to the rail. Oh, man, you feel sorry for Shane Sewell now. Come on, you got to fight back. You can't take anymore. You can't expect the man to take that, Mike.
This situation involving the Sheik and Shane Sewell, this is getting out of hand. This is ridiculous that Shane Sewell has to put up with this crap.
Oh, I'm with you. I mean, I understand what happened. He got himself involved too much, but Bashir's taking it too far. And look at Shane Sewell come off those ropes and crash into Sheik Abdul Bashir.
How much can you expect him to take before he just explodes?
Oh, well, he's exploding right now as the shirt comes off. I'll tell you what, it may be career be damned, but he's going after Bashir. He's going to do what he's got to do. He's had enough. He's taken enough. And Shane Sewell, look at him. Now he's challenging him, and he sends Bashir out of the ring.
One step ahead of the Sheik as he drops down. Bashir crashes out on the floor, and look how quickly he follows up, and referee Shane sends him into the guardrail. Light him up with those chops.
I'll tell you what, this may be the last time we see him, but my gosh, he's going out with a bang, no whimper. I mean, look at him. He's just crushing Bashir, and Bashir deserves this. He deserves every bit of it and more.
Think about it. TNA management's Jim Cornette has told Shane Sewell just one more of these outbursts could mean termination, but this is just a situation where the Sheik has antagonized him. The Sheik has provoked him to this point.
I think the Sheik just figured he wasn't going to ever fight back. His job was more important. But I'll tell you what, Shane Sewell, as you see now, referee Earl Hebner, here comes TNA manager Jim Cornette.
Shane Sewell, hold on right where you are, and Bashir, get your butt back here. Hold on.
And referee Earl Hebner as well in there.
What are you doing? You just don't get it, do you? You're a referee, you're not a wrestler. And I've told you that you've got to be impartial, and you can't be going getting in fights and beating up the wrestlers while you're a referee. And wait a minute, Earl. Just wait a minute. I've warned you, and I've suspended you, and I told you that next time it happened, it was going to be your job.
Oh, don't do it, Jim.
I've got to honor my word. I've got to do what I said. Shane.
Come on, Jim. Think this thing through.
Shane, you're fired.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Jim. Guy's got a family.
Hey, wipe that stinking smile off your face and get down here.
Well, I hope he's got the same.
You're happy about this, right? You're laughing this guy just got fired. And you also think I'm an idiot, don't you? You think I'm a fool? You think I'm a moron? You think I don't see what you've been doing? I know you've been playing my words against me, using the system. You've been egging this guy on. You've been instigating. Now he's fired, and you're happy because he's fired.
Yes,
You wanted this all along, and you used me. Well, I tell you what, you may be happy this guy's fired. Go ahead and laugh, because Shane Sewell is fired for 3 days.
3 days.
You know what's
Because
in 3
Shane,
days?
as of Sunday at Genesis, you're back on the TNA payroll as a wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
And
Crowd loves it.
your first match, Shane, in TNA is going to be one-on-one with Sheikh Abdul-Bashir.
Justice has been served, Mike.
Because I'll tell you this, you guys are going to fight, so instead of doing it in the parking lot or the hotel, we're going to do it this Sunday at Genesis.
You talk about a situation where the card for this Sunday just got more intriguing, just got more interesting. You just heard it. Sheikh Abdul-Bashir, Shane Sewell, added to Genesis.
And here they come, the main event mafia, the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle leading the way. And we're going to hear from them next on Impact.
This Sunday at Genesis Live from Charlotte, North Carolina, we will witness the most important event to date in the ongoing battle for power and respect between the main event Mafia and the TNA Frontline. Kurt Angle finally gets his wish answered in the form of the return match that he's been demanding against Jeff Jarrett. Sting must defend his TNA World Heavyweight Championship against Rhino. And the War Machine recently pinned Sting in a non-title match right here on Impact. And the path of destruction that we've seen from the main event Mafia has forced the return of the hardcore legend. Mick Foley makes his return this Sunday.
I mean, let's just look at that list of casualties that the main event Mafia provided us. The damage that they did to Christian Cage. The damage, the awful beating that they put on Big Brother Ray. They took out Samoa Joe. You can still hear his screams of pain with his arm in the chair. The blood flowing from P.D. Williams. I mean, these guys have been relentless. And at Genesis, think of the weight that's going to be on the shoulders of the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett, Mick Foley, AJ Styles, and Rhino if they want to keep the power in TNA.
All right, Mick. The battle lines have been drawn. In 3 days, a total shift of power will change in TNA. When the founder and executive stockholder are both taken out in the same night, who will be left to run the company? That is why the Main Event Mafia was assembled. To run this company from the ground up and to run this company the way we want to run it. It was designed to make us leaders. Leaders that have honor and respect and dignity. To be honored, respected, and revered. And on January 11th, our vision will become our reality. But tonight, Jeff, your friend's blood is on your hands. I have no idea why you would even put BG James in the ring with me with my state of mind right now. You got to be sick in your head. But Jeff, in 3 days, there's only going to be two left. You and me. And to be honest with you, Jeff, I'm feeling kind of high. I feel a little giddy. You can't imagine the ecstasy I'm feeling inside. Because, Jeff, when it comes down to it, I am going to hurt you. I am going to tear you apart. I'm going to do everything I can do to bring you down. You know something, Jeff? I feel sorry for you. I really do. I feel sorry that I didn't give you any other options. I feel sorry that you have absolutely no way out. At Genesis, Jeff, your whole world, as you know it, will come to an end.
I never had anything against you, Rhino, until you sided with them. The day you sided with them is the day you decided to believe what they believe and to represent what they represent. And oh yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff going on here that's big and is bad. But it's all still about respect and dignity, Rhino. That's the only thing any of us in this ring ever wanted. And it's what I swore I would get no matter how much blood was shed, even if it was my own. And yeah, there's a war that's going on right now. There's a big war going on, but the war's going to come to an end. And it could end at Genesis. But one thing's for sure, at Genesis, it will be showtime, Rhino.
You know, Sting, I gotta be honest with you. I don't think the war is gonna be over at Genesis. That's like, what, 3 days away? You know, when I was a little kid, my dad used to come up to me sometimes and he'd say, you know, Big Sexy, don't put off today what you can do tomorrow. And I say to myself, since we've been together, we've taken out who we wanted to when we've wanted to. We took out Petey. We took out Brother Ray. And we took out Joe. So I say, if it's all right, if I make a little decision here myself, I say tonight, why wait? Why wait? You know what? I say we take out Mick and take out Jeff tonight.
That's right, because Mick Foley, remember this. You hit us first, and that was your mistake, because no longer are you untouchable.
You see, what my family is saying is, we know you're in the back watching this right now. So what we're saying is, we're coming for you. Foley, especially you, Jarrett. Tonight, your punk belongs to Mafia. Now can you dig that?
The main event Mafia looks to take out both Jeff Jarrett and Mick Foley tonight.
Well, one thing that's always been consistent with the main event Mafia, they fulfill their promises. When they say they're going to take you out, they do. Jeff Jarrett, Mick Foley, you're in trouble tonight.
Now let's get the reaction from the TNA founder and executive shareholder. Wow, a very strong and direct message to the two of you, Jeff Jarrett, Mick Foley, obviously the main event Mafia, here to send a message tonight. Let me remind you, gentlemen, 4 weeks ago they predicted Brother Ray. 3 weeks ago they predicted what they would do to Samoa Joe, and now tonight the two of you are in their sights. How are you going to survive this?
Survive, JB? I'm going to tell you how we're going to survive.
Whoa. JB, let me handle this, Jeff. You want to know how they're going to survive? I'm going to tell you how they're going to survive. They're going to survive by sticking close to us.
That's right.
Hey, Mick, I want to give you something, man. He would want you to wear this.
Testify.
That's right. Jeff, just want to say this. You took a chance on TNA. You took a chance on AJ Styles. And because of that, I get to provide for my family doing something I love to do. So let me return the favor. We got you back.
Absolutely.
All right, boy.
All right. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
If I wasn't a professional wrestler, what would I be doing? You know what? I think maybe I'd be a cop, because I watch a lot of cops on TV, and I'd really like to run down those guys who seem to be able to run a lot faster than our cops. I did play a lot of high school sports. I played football, and I done collegiate wrestling, and football was outside linebacker, fullback, and tailback, and then I wrestled 152 my freshman and sophomore year, and 160 my junior and senior year. Top 5 video game classics, or, you know, not exactly classics, some are still great. First one's got to be Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers 2. I got that for Christmas. Oh, unbelievable. Castlevania, there's another great game. This is so hard, man. Metal Gear, all of them seem to be on the Nintendo Entertainment System, at least 3 of them. I'd say for the Super Nintendo, it was Street Fighter 2 when it came out. I rubbed my thumbs raw, so I put a Band-Aid over it and kept playing. That's how dedicated I am. What did I want to be when I grew up? Well, I thought I was going to be a professional football player, or maybe even a baseball or basketball. I should have stuck with baseball, I probably would have had more of the opportunity, but basketball, you know, of course, I'm short. I'm not that tall, so that's not going to work out. And you don't see too many short guys in basketball. And luckily, wrestling opened up an avenue for me. Wrestling has taken me all over the world, from Australia to Finland, Switzerland, Japan. I haven't been to South America, so I think we need to move down that way, see what we can do. I don't know, go to Chile or Argentina, then get away from their soccer long enough. We can maybe have a wrestling show. The most important thing to me in life is that there's 3 things that I have in order. God first, family second, then the job finally comes in. The reason why I'm at TNA is because I put God first.
Well, the beautiful people still in training before they visit the White House. Let's see what the governor lined up for Angelina Love and Velvet Sky.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, this one's eating me.
Get off
Oh my
of her.
God.
Stop it.
Oh God, he's really close to me.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay. Where is Kip? Where's Kip?
Kip said that he's not coming. He said he's done with this, whatever that means. Oh, I'm gonna get rabies.
Okay,
You know
ladies,
what?
you're
I'm gonna get
almost
rabies.
done
You
with
really
your
need to
training. You're almost done with your training. We are almost ready to go to the White House. But first, you must do your charity work.
Charity work? Okay.
God, there's a little
That sounds great, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart and soul. I really do. And God, granted, Angelina and I are very giving girls, but yeah. Why are we at a horse farm?
Okay, it's all about Greenpeace these days, okay? You know Greenpeace? And this stuff here, this horse manure, it is great for growing tomatoes, like the biggest tomatoes back in Alaska.
Okay, Governor, this is horse dung, okay? You want the beautiful people to shovel okay, it's eating
Excuse me.
To shovel horse dung? Really?
What's horse dung?
It's horse Velvet. Horse.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna be sick right now. Hold my hair. I can feel it. I can feel it.
Tums.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a non-title knockout match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Seattle, Washington, Madison Rain.
For Madison Rain, it's the old case of good news and bad. Upside is, Madison, you're making your TNA Impact debut. The downside? Well, the downside comes when the bell rings.
And her opponent, accompanied to the ring by Raisha Saeed, Raka Khan, and Sojourner Bolt, stands 6 feet 1 inches tall. She weighs 272 3/8 pounds and is the TNA Women's Knockout Champion. She is Awesome Kong!
Last month at Turning Point, Christy Hemme surprised a lot of us with her very competitive showing in the knockout title match. But I don't think anyone was more shocked or more surprised than her opponent, the TNA Knockout Champion, Awesome Kong. This Sunday, Kong must defend the championship in a rematch against Hemme, and as you can see by staring at that 8x10 photo that she had in her hand, Kong's focus is 100% on her challenger at Genesis. Christy Hemme has really impressed us. Her in-ring skills so improved after months of training with AJ Styles, and she came so close to upsetting Awesome Kong last month before her Kong-tourage, as Raisha Saeed, Raka Khan, and Sojourner Bolt are known. They were forced to interfere just to save the title belt for Awesome Kong back at Turning Point.
Well, I'll tell you what, at Genesis this Sunday night, Christy Hemme won't be going against the Kong-tourage alone, because around that ringside, she's going to have Taylor Wilde, she's going to have ODB, and she's going to have Roxy.
Lumberjack matchup this Sunday at Genesis to decide the TNA Knockout Championship in the rematch for Christy Hemme and Awesome Kong as Madison Rain gets set up in the corner, and so far the elusive Madison Rain able to get away from the shots of Kong, then connect with a few of her own. How about this?
Well, everybody wants to be the next Taylor Wilde, and Madison Rain's no different as she's coming out, but look at that, it's like kicking a wall. Another shot into Awesome Kong. You just can't budge her. And there she is, and Awesome Kong just flattens her.
That just proves how dominant a force that Awesome Kong has been in the knockout division. Picks up Madison Rayne by the hair and just tosses her across the ring. And for those of you who live in the Orlando, Florida area or possibly have vacation plans in 2009, you need to be a part of this live Impact Zone audience for TNA's Impact Wrestling.
Go to TNAWrestling.com and find out how you can become a part of this excitement, because there's just something about experiencing live and just being here with this organization right here at the Impact Zone.
Kong can smell blood. Madison Rayne in trouble as we see Raka Khan look on intently from ringside. Gonna grab Madison by the hair and take her and toss her right out to the floor. This, Don, a possible situation that we'll see this Sunday at Genesis in the Lumberjack match.
Well, and in that situation, they'll be throwing him right back into the ring, just like you see Sojourner Bolt do right there. One thing is I've noticed on the faces of the Entourage is none of them look worried at this point. Look at that. Awesome Kong just pulls her right to her and then uses that clothesline to send her back down and then just grab her by the hair.
Boy, just decked her with that short arm clothesline. Gonna bring her back up. Could be time for an awesome bomb up in the air and planted her.
Thanks for playing.
Here is your winner, Awesome Kong!
Sunday at Genesis, Lumberjack rules to apply. Awesome Kong to defend the Knockout Championship against Christy Hemme. Let's take another look. Check out these replays.
Well, this just shows you the pure power of Awesome Kong as Madison Rayne just hits that canvas with a thud. And from any angle that you see it, the Awesome Bomb spells pain.
Awesome Kong against Christy Hemme at Genesis. Now let's go to Lauren with the Monster Abyss.
Abyss, I was hoping to speak to both you and Matt Morgan tonight. Not only in 3 days will you be meeting with Beer Money for the TNA Tag Team titles, but tonight Matt is taking on Robert Roode for some one-on-one action.
It's bad right now, Lauren. It's really bad. Matt doesn't want to talk to me. He's done talking about everything. You know, Lauren, Beer Money, the way they've taken advantage of me, getting me drunk and all. And now they've got my best friend, Matt, mad at me. But I know a way that I can make things right with Matt. And that's at Genesis. Robert Roode, James Storm. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Because of you two, Matt's mad at me. And you know, Lauren, my therapist has always told me the key to any good relationship is communication. And at Genesis, even the old Abyss might revert and come back out, Lauren.
No, you don't want that.
Do you know what I mean, Lauren?
You don't want, no. You don't want...
Oh, no. Lauren, no. I'm sorry. You're not mad at me, are you? I'm sorry.
No, Abyss, I'm not mad at you.
Oh, good. Because I don't know if I could handle having my girlfriend and my best friend both mad at me at the same time.
What would I be doing today? I'm thinking maybe I used to bartend before, and I used to actually be an accountant. So I'm thinking between those two. My favorite movie character? Probably, that's a hard one. Jeez. I really like Johnny Depp in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas because he's pretty crazy and ridiculous and unpredictable. Figure competitor, so I do a lot of weightlifting. Other than that, for sports, probably just that and whatever I can get my hands into. I listen to everything, anything and everything. I mostly like a lot of hardcore metal. I like rap. I like a lot of old school rap, like NWA. The most important thing in life for me is probably just to be happy and live life as it comes and remember that you only live once and do what you can. I've been around the United States. I've been in England, Japan, and Mexico. I really loved Mexico. I lived there for about 1.5 years. I like the style of wrestling, I like the fans, and I like the beer and food. I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be an astronaut, I wanted to be a pilot, I wanted to be a ballerina, and I never really figured out exactly what it was that I wanted to be and ended up here. I could have one wish. I'd wish for lots of money so that I can just buy whatever I wanted.
I am here with LAX, and guys, big congratulations are in line for you for successfully capturing 2 of the Feast or Fire cases. Homicide, you've got the TNA X Division title, and Hernandez the TNA World Heavyweight title. Guys, what are your thoughts?
Oh, nosotros está contentos para los campeones. We are so happy that we won these briefcases. And other than that, we're going to be future X Division titles. This man's going to be the future heavyweight contender. Other than that, we got the Fire Feast, we got the briefcases, and right now we're going to lay back because we want to see who's going to be the next campeón in Genesis. And after that, X Division champion, whoever you are, you got to come after me because the Gringo Killer is coming back. Other than that, my man, we're going to party like lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
But guys, now more than ever, the rumors are absolutely flying that with both of you capturing these TNA titles, is this the end of LAX? I would never start these rumors.
Yeah, you started it. Look, man, LAX is never going to die. We are diamonds, and LAX is forever. That's it. So you can take those rumors and you know what to do. Other than that, my man, we're going to party in Mexico. Let's party like LAX style. You know what I'm saying? Let's take these briefcases.
Kurt Angle said earlier tonight that the balance of power will shift this Sunday. Will that be the case? We'll find out live at Genesis on pay-per-view.
Well, as we now know, it's Chris Sabin versus Alex Shelley. The winner will be the X Division champion.
Christy Hemme to challenge Awesome Kong for the TNA Knockout title in a lumberjack match.
And in a match about revenge, it's Sheik Abdul-Bashir against Shane Sewell.
Beer Money Incorporated to defend the TNA World Tag Team titles against the Blueprint Matt Morgan and the Monster Abyss.
The Main Event Mafia, Scott Steiner, Booker T, and Kevin Nash take on AJ Styles, Brother Devon, and the return of Mick Foley.
The rematch we've all been waiting for when Kurt Angle goes one-on-one against Jeff Jarrett.
And for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, it's the War Machine Rhino against the reigning champion Sting.
To JB, standing by with the Motor City Machine Guns.
I am here with the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. Gentlemen, the two of you will face each other this Sunday, one-on-one, in the finals for the X Division title tournament. My question for you is this: will the X Division title get in the way of your friendship?
Gosh, Jeremy, what an interesting, intriguing, insightful question. Where do our priorities lie? Is the X Division Championship belt more important than the bond that we hold? Gosh, I don't know. That's a tough one.
Let me take it from here, buddy. We predicted this many, many weeks ago. And credit to Duke the Dumpster Droese. I mean, Mick Foley, I'm sorry, just smells like garbage. You can see why we get him confused. He had a plan, and that plan came to fruition. But some of the best things in life come in pairs. One of my personal favorites, rock and roll. A couple other things that might come in pairs, Mick Foley and poor hygiene. Mick Foley and hypocrisy. We can go on and on all day, but you're talking about the greatest tag team, not just in TNA, but pro wrestling. We're sworn brothers, and our bond is completely unbreakable. It's bigger than you, it's bigger than TNA, and it's bigger than that X Division title.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do this Sunday, then?
Hold on, let me take care of this. I'm going to tell you how it's going to be. I was listening there, a couple good zingers, had the good ear to the wall. You two are going to wrestle the match of your lives, understood? You're going to wrestle with the Heart of Lions the way I know you can. You see, I can't afford, given my mental state, to wonder whether or not you guys are going to stink up my pay-per-view. And I know that the two of you have the potential to steal the show at Genesis, but I also know you have the potential to enter levels of suctitude not seen since Kazmaier and Oz in '92. And I was there, and it wasn't pretty. So if you mess up this match on purpose, if you lay down, if you stink it up, I can guarantee you, you will be on a one-way bus back to Detroit, and you will never get an X Division title opportunity again.
No despierto, cada vez que creo que estoy más afuera, estoy más adentro. Es un sueño, del cual veo la salida, pero no le llego. No es un sueño, me he dado cuenta que ese mundo es pistolero y yo no lo quiero. Desespero, atrapado en el viento, y mi corazón ya no siento. En el mundo hay que luchar para poder triunfar. Con la vida que yo llevo es difícil llegar. Vigilancia por aquí, mirando por allá, por delante el pistolero, otra imagen de Vedal. Suena el celular, un trabajo regular que me tengo un cargamento dirigido a la ciudad. Nada se puede escapar, el camión debo quemar.
quiero. Me llama Drago diciendo, buscando, coger los cuartos y enseguida ve marchando. En tantos años para salir cuesta trabajo.
Yes, 2009 shaping up to be an incredible year for TNA. But first, let's take a look back at 2008 in review. And what an accomplishment this is for Kurt Angle to go into the backyard of New Japan Pro Wrestling and retain the IWGP title.
I'm gonna take you top or I'm gonna kill you. You understand? Canadian Destroyer just creeps him. Oh my God, we got a new X Division champion.
Sunday, April the 13th, 2008 will always be remembered as the night that Samoa Joe became TNA World Heavyweight Champion. The era of Awesome Kong begins tonight.
You've gotta be kidding me!
Biggest upset in TNA history.
The next time you stick that thermometer up my ass, there's gonna be hell to pay, you son of a bitch!
Marry me.
Oh, yeah!
Well, the man that you're gonna marry tonight is not Jay, it should be me.
What the hell did we just see? The minister just pronounced AJ Styles and Karen Angle as man and wife from the world-famous Hard Rock in Las Vegas. TNA is live in HD. Suicide comes alive at Final Resolution.
I'm a major shareholder in this wrestling company. You just headbutted your new boss.
It is the truth I seek. In this world I find a way to cross the
You don't want no part of this pain that I've been wearing for the last 2 years.
Fueled by 2 years of pain, Jeff Jarrett is able to defeat Kurt Angle. Why is Sting doing this? The single most important thing that separates the men from the boys is respect.
Here's to the main event mafia.
It is called the TNA Legends Championship.
History repeats itself again. 2008 at Bound for Glory in Chicago. Sting becomes TNA World Champion.
TNA talks about crossing the line. Well, what I want to know is, do you have enough balls to cross that line and come out here and stand with me and Joe?
A war is what you want. A war is what you got. Nobody messes with the main event mafia.
Yeah! When it comes to the main event mafia, this is their world, and we're playing under their rules. Last year, they established themselves as the best tag team in wrestling today. Now let's check out Rough Cut with Beer Money Incorporated.
Wrestling's all about having fun, and when you're not having fun, that's the time you need to get out. And we have a great thing going, and in Beer Money, we're making a lot of money and we're drinking a lot of beer. So the name fits.
It's a lot of fun. It's something that both James and I have always wanted to do, and now we're living our dream. It's got to be everybody's goal in life to be a world champion. If you're in this business, it's definitely something that is in my sights.
Right now, I'm tag team champion. I still want to be TNA World Heavyweight Champion. That's still on my top list of priorities.
I want to stay in this business for as long as I can, but I don't want to overstay my welcome, I guess you could say. And I never felt like I was owed anything. I always wanted to work hard and get to put in my dues and really feel like whatever I did and however I lived my life was dedicated to professional wrestling.
Once this is all over with, the lights and glitter, that's what I'll be doing every day, is just hanging out with my little girl. She's the most important thing in this world to me. I'm just a simple guy. I like the simple things of life. I like living out in the country. I like riding my horses, playing my dog.
The legacy that Robert Roode would love to leave behind is for people to look at me when I'm retired, and the guy that used to sit and watch and be entertained, every week and be remembered. One of the top wrestlers that ever stepped inside of a wrestling ring. Hopefully that will happen.
After it's all over with, after I get done wrestling my last match and people hear the name Cowboy James Storm, I like for him to think, you know what, that guy, he wasn't that flashy. He didn't have a lot of fancy moves, but he's a tough SOB, and he entertained the hell out of us.
Sorry about your damn luck.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by Cowboy James Storm and Jacqueline. He is one half of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Robert Roode.
The run of success that they started in 2008 led to them becoming TNA World Tag Team Champions back in the month of August. The 5-month run for James Storm and Robert Roode continued last week here on Impact. They kicked off 2009, retaining the gold in the first title match of the year. Sunday at Genesis, they will face a very stiff test. They must defend against #1 challengers Abyss and Matt Morgan. Earlier we heard the monster is threatening to revert back to his old ways this Sunday to make things right with his tag team partner Matt Morgan. But first up, tonight here on Impact, it's one half of each team set to square off in singles competition.
His opponent, accompanied to the ring by the monster Abyss from Fairfield, Connecticut, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
The most physically imposing, the most physically impressive team in the ranks of the TNA Tag Division, now just 3 days away from their shot at Beer Money Incorporated and the TNA World Tag Team titles. 7-foot, 300-pound Blueprint Matt Morgan, now finally joined by his partner, the 6'8", 350-pound monster Abyss.
Well, you can see the question, how will this affect Matt Morgan and Abyss this Sunday at Genesis?
Beer Money upset that the Roode injury cost them the titles, but it's celebration time for the front line. And we're back on Impact, where Black Machismo Jay Lethal and Consequences Creed just cashed in the Feast or Fired tag team title shot. This is what went down just moments ago.
Well, this was a situation in which Robert Roode hurt the knee, and he couldn't go on, so Matt Morgan was declared the winner. But then here came Lethal and Creed, and they cashed in Feast or Fired, and it went back and forth. But it was right there in that situation when the Feast or Fired briefcase connected with Storm.
World Tag Team Champions, Black Machismo Jay Lethal and Consequences Creed. What does this mean for the #1 contenders, the top challengers, Matt Morgan and Abyss? Now let's send it to Lauren. She's standing by in the locker room of the victorious TNA front line.
Black Machismo, Consequences Creed. Tonight you guys shocked the world by picking your spot, turning in your Feast or Fire case, and capturing the TNA World Tag Team title.
We did it. World Tag titles, it was Feast or Fired. Right now we're pretty full. Yeah, let me tell you, $1 Million Man's missing a piece of gold, right?
Round this way.
Couldn't have done it without my boy Creed here. Let me tell you, we were out there, we were bigger than the Mega Powers. I mean, we were bigger than Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas, huh? That's right, this win was for all of us, guys.
Lord, you see that? We just won the tag team titles. This is crazy. You know, this is my first title here in TNA. I don't think it could have come at a better time. Being a part of Frontline, we're doing big things. We're going crazy. But it's due to our inspirations. Guys like AJ.
Right there.
Rhino. Brother Devon. This is crazy, you know? But we want to let everybody know that from now on, the consequences.
Oh, they're lethal, brother. Yeah.
AJ, Devon, Rhino, you guys have been such an inspiration to everyone in this locker room. With Genesis 3 days away, what is going through your minds?
Lauren, what else is there to say? Rhino, AJ, and myself, we know what's at stake tonight. But you know something? The most important thing is to let Machismo and Creed enjoy this moment. We're going to let them enjoy.
I'm so excited.
Well, the celebration continues for the TNA Frontline, and as a result of the new TNA World Tag Team Champions, ladies and gentlemen, this is the revised lineup for this Sunday at Genesis.
We now know it'll be Consequences Creed and Black Machismo Jay Lethal defending their TNA World Tag Team Championship against both Beer Money Incorporated and Matt Morgan and Abyss.
Plus, Christy Hemme challenges Awesome Kong for the knockout title in a lumberjack match.
It'll be Sheik Abdul Bashir against against Shane Sewell.
Main Event Mafia, Scott Steiner, Booker T, Kevin Nash versus TNA Frontline, AJ Styles, Brother Devon, and the return of Mick Foley.
And it'll be for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. It'll be the War Machine Rhino taking on the defending champion, the Icon Sting.
And this is what we've all been waiting for. The return match for Bound for Glory. Kurt Angle, one-on-one against Jeff Jarrett.
Genesis is just 3 days away this Sunday, exclusively on pay-per-view, and I am going to try and get a final word from the founder of TNA Wrestling, the King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett, who is talking to Brian B.G. James. Jeff, any last thoughts?
Give me a second. Just give me a second.
No, I don't give a crap who hears it. Jeff, for 6 months, I've been listening to that son of a talk about your wife like he had the pleasure in knowing her. Talking about orphaning your kids. Somebody has got to shut that son of a up. So you're saying I don't have to do this? Well, I disagree with you, bro. I got to lay my head on my pillow tonight. So yes, this is something I got to do. I got to do this. You've always taken care of me, and I love you for that. I appreciate your concern, but I do have to do this, Jeff. I do have to do this.
Earlier, we saw the beautiful people in their pre-White House training camp. Now let's return to the horse farm with Angelina, Velvet, and the governor.
Oh, ladies, I am so proud of you. What you have done for Greenpeace here today will be recognized by the entire world.
Okay, really right now? Really? Okay. I hope so, because I can promise you that we won't be forgetting this for a very long time. Okay.
Okay, you know what, Governor? I'm just going to throw this out there. This does not feel right.
Oh, God, I can't do this.
This does not feel right, okay? These ugly duds, okay? I look like a couch from 1970. Stripping our gorgeous facades of our makeup, okay? Having us gallivanting and actually talking to and touching the marks. And now we're really?
No, ladies. No, ladies. I know that you are used to just having everything handed to you. I know that you are used to getting by on your looks. But that's not how it is in Washington, okay? Look at Barbara Bush. Look at Hillary Clinton, okay? They're not exactly the cat's meow. But I promise you, next week, we are going to sign the official documents to make you members of my cabinet. And then it's off to the White House we go.
Promise? Really?
You betcha. You betcha.
We're gonna go. The payoff is finally here? Are you serious?
Success is a relative term. I have been a world champion everywhere I have been, but I crossed a line and left it all behind to follow my heart. I had a dream and founded TNA. The dream became a reality. The reality, a phenomenon. But the journey has been tough, challenging, at times nearly debilitating. During the darkest times, I persevered and learned one important lesson. Adversity introduces a man to himself.
TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
My sunshine, my only sunshine.
This mother is a bad jam.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your TNA Impact feature contest that is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Pensacola, Florida, B.G. James.
Oh, I'm sure BG looking to avenge that sucker punch from Kurt Angle 2 weeks ago on Impact, but I'm equally certain that when he steps in the ring, he's going to feed off the emotions that we just heard him discuss with his longtime friend, Jeff Jarrett.
Well, obviously, he's got a plan in mind here. He knows where Kurt Angle's going to be coming up that ramp, and you can see he's setting up for a sneak attack on the Olympic gold medalist.
His opponent, representing the Main Event Mafia, is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist. He is Kurt Angle.
Looks like BG has him in his sights. Angle up the lift, and here comes BG James from behind.
And I'll tell you what, with that hood shielding his eyes, he had no clue BG was there to blindside him. And you know what, though? You can't blame BG James. He's going to need any advantage that he can. We know the mindset of Kurt Angle. We know just how crazy he is right now, focused on the King of the Mountain. You got to like this tactic by BG James.
And props to TNA management for making this match that's so emotion-filled, a no disqualification bout. We're going to let BG James and Kurt Angle settle it here tonight on Impact.
I'll tell you what, though, what about that emotional speech that BG James gave Jeff Jarrett, letting him know just what Jeff Jarrett meant to him, and like all of us, sickened by the comments that Kurt Angle's made about his family and everything else, as you see him just sling him into that guardrail.
And watch BG follow up the advantage that he has. A kick right into the midsection of Angle. And then a big right hand to the top of the head, but Kurt Angle comes right back and rakes the eyes.
Well, Kurt Angle just trying to find something to stop this momentum that BG has, and he looks like he's done it. Something simple as raking the eyes, but then look at the onslaught. Look at these blows by Kurt Angle. They just have that something forceful about him that nobody else has as he's trying to get things turned around.
Boy, BG back up to his feet, blocks the punch, answers with one of his own, and now it's BG James' turn to fight back, and he knocks Angle down.
Well, I'll tell you what, BG James has thought about this for weeks since Kurt Angle did that to him, and he decided that whatever the punishment Kurt Angle dishes out, he's gonna... Oh, Kurt turned it around! He just got him right into that steel ring post.
Boy, in just a couple of feet here in front of the broadcast table, did you hear that sickening thud like I did? As the flesh of the head of BG James made contact with the post.
Let's look at it right here again. I mean, you can see Kurt Angle just spinning him around in that momentum of BG James right into that steel ring post head first, and that sickening sound that we heard as BG James, you got to wonder what kind of condition he's in. Well, you can see already, he's busted open as that's right where he hit into the ring post.
Boy, and all of a sudden you can just sense the confidence rising in Angle as he continues to open up the cut on BG James. And we are back on Impact as you see the blood flow down the head of BG James. Continuation of our main event matchup. Kurt Angle, no disqualification match against the longtime friend of Jeff Jarrett.
I'll tell you what, though, that's just scaring me is just that scream that's coming out of the gut of Kurt Angle. He is a man possessed. I mean, he mentioned it earlier. He's in a frame of mind like he's never been. And in his mind, BG James is Jeff Jarrett right now as he's taking everything out on him.
Boy, I'm sure it scares you, but I don't think it surprises you, Don, after what you and I have seen up close and personal in recent weeks from Kurt Angle.
I mean, look at that shot there, the blood pouring from the head of BG James as Kurt Angle just cinching that arm around that neck, and by pulling tight like that, causing the blood to come out even more, and you wonder, does BG James have anything inside him to get up as Kurt Angle just putting everything he's got into it.
Boy, the beatdown continues. Look how close referee Earl Hebner is on the scene, checking on the condition of BG James. Boy, I'm sure this is as tough for Jeff Jarrett to watch as it is for us. Boy, Brian is part of the Armstrong family. They've been in the wrestling business for 40 years. I mean, Brian has known Jeff Jarrett since they were 10 years old, Don.
I mean, think about it. Their fathers worked together in this business. I mean, they go so far back. That's why he was so emotional. As you see Kurt Angle put that knee in very close that time. And he goes right after it. And again, BG reaching down, finding something we didn't know he had to keep himself alive in this match.
But it's what you could expect from BG James. Knowing how emotional he is, knowing what a personal situation this is, both with him and Jeff, and this personal situation between Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett as well, you knew that BG James was going to fight for his life tonight.
I'll tell you what, though, it is Kurt Angle in total control as BG gets to his feet, and he's able to somehow break loose the hold, and now another shot, but again, Kurt goes right after those eyes again, and he's not only just getting the eyes, he's getting in there in that blood and mixing it in.
Clothesline missed. But those shots aren't missing. Series of lefts and a big windup right between the eyes. Here comes BG, and he's going to drop down with the knee.
I'll tell you what, BG James, here we go, too. Kurt Angle gets the shoulder up in time, but BG James now feeling it. He needed that kind of a break, and he's now getting his wind back, and he's trying to take over. Look at this.
Caught him with the boot. Gonna go pump handle here on Angle if he can get him up into the air, and drives him right down to the canvas. Angle's back goes up. BG covers and all, just too.
I thought he had it. I mean, just pure effort there on the part of B.G. James as Bryan was able to get Kurt Angle up and put his back. But look at this. Kurt Angle saw it. He went for the ankle lock, but B.G. gets right out of it.
The veteran uses the free leg to kick out of the ankle lock. Charges into the corner. Got nothing but turnbuckle. Angle takes him up. Angle slam.
Oh, now B.G. There he goes. 1, 2. Oh, man, was that close. Oh, was that close. Kurt Angle can't believe it.
Reaction from Angle tells the entire story. He can't believe that B.G. James was able to kick out from the Angle slam and the straps are going down. I didn't know that Angle could get any more serious than he is, but now with the straps down, he's got him. He's got him in his sights, but B.G. holding on for his life.
Oh, he tried to hold on.
Whoa.
Wasn't able to do it, and there's that German suplex, and you can see Kurt Angle not letting go, wanting to bang him, take him back up and do it again.
Got the grip right around the waist of B.G. James. Caught him with one suplex. And B.G. fights back. Elbow right on the bridge of the nose, and that broke the suplex.
Oh, able to duck that punch there by Kurt, too, barely. And you can see B.G. Again, this guy's unbelievable. He's just so caught up, but Kurt able to fling him down. Oh, look at him go for that ankle.
Angle floats over and applies his patented ankle lock submission hold. And now it's a case, as you see dead center in the middle of the ring, where B.G. has to fight through that pain and at the same time try and make his way to the ropes to get a break.
I'll tell you, the last time he was able to use that momentum and kick out of it. Now look at the positioning that Kurt Angle has on his feet. He's got B.G. as B.G. trying to grab the rope, and he does. But then Kurt just pulls him right back to the middle as B.G. not able to get a firm grip on the ring ropes.
Referee Earl Hebner, he can't force him to break the ankle lock because this is a no disqualification match.
Oh, and Kurt just applying that pressure, and you can hear B.G. screaming. And again, this time, B.G. gets his fingers around that rope, and it's almost like Kurt's teasing him.
Uh-oh, here it is. Not only the ankle lock, he's got the leg scissored as well. Oh, there's no way that Bryan can fight through this.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner,
When Kurt Angle gets the hold in that tight, there is no way you're not tapping. The pressure's just too great, the pain's too great, and B.G. James knew he was defeated.
Kurt Angle defeats Jeff Jarrett's friend. B.G. James just 3 days away from the showdown at Genesis on pay-per-view. And now here come the main event Mafia in force, out to congratulate, out to celebrate with Kurt Angle.
Well, you see Scott Steiner, Booker T, and of course Big Sexy Kevin Nash as Kurt Angle did what he said he would do. He said he couldn't believe Jeff would allow BG to be in the ring with him, but you gotta give BG James credit. He was just so tough out there, and he gave it everything he had. It just wasn't enough.
Boy, I don't like that sick look in the eyes of Kurt Angle. This guy just ruthless as Scott Steiner tosses the steel chair in. The main event Mafia, Kurt Angle, they're not done yet with B.G. James.
Oh, and you know they're not. As you see Kurt Angle chasing away Earl Hebner, and you think about that vision of Joe and what happened when they brought that chair into the ring with him. And now the beatdown by Kurt. I mean, he promised this. He promised that he was going to take it to Mick Foley and Jeff Jarrett tonight. They were going to take them out as B.G. James lying helpless in that ring.
Uh-oh. The already injured ankle of B.G. James being put in the steel chair. They're going to try and break his leg right here.
Oh, and they're also sending a message to Mick Foley and Jeff Jarrett. They're trying to goad him into coming out here, and that's just sickening. Look at the stomping that he's doing on that leg on B.G.
They're using B.G. James as a pawn to bring out Jeff Jarrett and Mick Foley. And I'll tell you what, it worked because here comes the TNA founder, the King of the Mountain, the TNA executive shareholder as well to check on the condition of B.G. James.
Well, you know the trap's been set. As you can see, Jeff, though, he's more concerned about the health of B.G. James as he's calling for help out here to take care of him. As Kurt Angle, that look in Kurt's eyes, I mean, it's just almost blank.
Trainers, EMTs, security out to assist B.G. James. I can tell you, this is only going to fuel the fire. This is only going to escalate the hate. I didn't think it could get any more intense between Jeff Jarrett and Kurt Angle, but it has.
I'm going to break your ankle too, Jeff Jarrett. Oh, yeah. I'm the man. Jarrett's going to do the same.
How will Jeff Jarrett react to this? We'll be right back. Jeff Jarrett's friend, B.G. James, being stretchered out of the impact zone. Jeff has asked for a microphone. Let's hear what the TNA founder has to say.
Kurt, words can't describe how I feel right now. Kurt, this was between you and me. It had nothing to do with Brian. Nothing. As the leader of TNA, Kurt, I have prided myself on setting an example of doing things the right way every time. Kurt, that's character. But this Sunday, Kurt, all I can think about is beating the you. Kurt, I'm talking to you, you son of a Kurt.
So all this emotion going on inside this ring. Looking at Jeff Jarrett struggling for the words to say. Looking at B.G. Armstrong sacrificing himself for the well-being of his friend. Jeff, I can't help but stand here and feel just a little bit ashamed. It was 2 weeks ago. I was standing right about here. I looked up at the main event Mafia and I said, at Genesis, Mick Foley is crossing the line. And I looked up and I saw my face in brilliant high definition, and in the back of my mind I couldn't help but think that, man, I looked pretty bad up there on that screen. This one tooth, if you see, is kind of gray. My beard's turning a little bit white. My skin's looking a little bit haggard. And then I thought about all the reasons that was so. The tooth is gray because 10 years ago, in one of the most famous matches in our business's history, that same tooth was jammed up my nose. So we put it back and it never really took, but that's okay because it's the story of my life. All of these things represent who I am. Yeah, I walk a little slower. I stumble a little bit when I talk, and I'm not a handsome man. But I am the hardcore legend. And on January 11th, at Genesis, the hardcore legend is coming home. The truth is, Jeff, I know I can't do it alone, and I know you got your hands full with Kurt Angle. Rhino, you'll be competing for the TNA Heavyweight Championship. So I will draw strength from Brother Devon, one half of the most decorated tag team in wrestling history. And from AJ Styles, the gutsiest performer of this generation. Some words of warning. Main Event Mafia, yeah, take a look at me. I may not be as good as I once was, but for one night, I will be as good as I ever was.
It's just 3 days away. Genesis is just 3 days away.
Damn, I can't wait till this Sunday.
Lines have been crossed. Unlikely allegiances formed. The dawn of a bloody war is upon us.
I never had anything against you, Rhino, until you sided with them.
The War Machine and frontline leader Rhino battles the icon Sting for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship.
It's all still about respect and dignity, Rhino. And it's what I swore I would get no matter how much blood was shed, even if it was my own. At Genesis, it will be showtime.
Sting, I'm not just gonna beat you. I will rip you in half with a gore!
The greatest wrestler in the world, period. Kurt Angle.
Jeff, I am gonna hurt you. I am gonna tear you apart. I'm gonna do everything I can do to bring you down. Your whole world, as you know it, will come to an end.
The King of the Mountain, Jeff Jarrett.
Kurt, all I can think about is beating the out of you. Jeff, get prepared to meet your maker, you son of a.
This isn't just another grudge match. It's war that will change TNA forever.
I know that the Main Event Mafia wants to destroy the front line and take over TNA.
We took out Petey, we took out Brother Ray, and we took out Joe.
And I'm sending out a message to the Main Event Mafia. The next time there is a gangland-style hit, I may have to become personally involved.
Hardcore legend Mick Foley makes his epic return to the ring with Brother Devon and AJ Styles as they take on Main Event Mafia members Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner, and Booker T.
Mick Foley, remember this! No longer are you untouchable!
I am Mick Foley.
Take a look at me!
I crossed a line and came to TNA.
I may not be as good as I once was, but for one night, I will be as good as I ever was.
Now I'm ready to make history inside the six-sided ring.
At Genesis, the hardcore legend is coming home.